Okay, this is kind of part 2 of our lesson. And in part 2, I want you to understand that you're going to be using these little charts. Now, what does that chart give you? You can go in a little closer. There we go. Does it stay in focus? Good. Okay. Right here, you've got the freezing point of the substance. We know water freezes at 0 degrees centigrade, right? Benzene freezes at 5.5. But look at carbon tetrachloride, minus 23. Ethanol, wow, way down there. You really got to work at it to freeze ethanol. You can put alcohol in your freezer at home, and that water, the liquid, will not freeze because ethanol has a freezing point of minus 114 degrees centigrade. That's really cold, and I don't think any of your freezers at home will get that cold. Yes?
Is that usually like antifreeze or something?
Yes, it's like antifreeze. Yes. Yes?
Ethanol is alcohol.
Ethanol is alcohol. Yeah. Yeah, that's the normal alcohol that you drink. Yes. Now, there's some over here called K sub F. This is the constant at which the ratio is set for the freezing point to change. So, the ratio of the change in the freezing point to the molality is going to be 1.86. Okay? For benzene, we get a little bit more bang for our buck. Okay? That number changes a lot. 5.12. Oh, look at carbon tet. Big, huge change. Okay? We get 29.8 degrees centigrade for every mole of, or every molality of stuff that we put into that water, or into the solvent, into its solvent. It is the solvent. There we go. This is the solvent. Okay, and here, ethanol, we get a little bit more bang for our buck than we get with water, but it sure doesn't change a whole bunch. Now, the other chart you're going to use is down here on page 472 in your textbook. Now, in this chart, what's different? What's the difference in the two charts?
K sub B.
Okay, this is for boiling points. So we're up at the top end of the temperature scale. Now, water, you know, boils at 100 degrees centigrade, and when I put a solute into the water, for every molality of salt that I get, I'm going to get 0.512 degrees centigrade change. Now, remember, the boiling point goes down, so I'm going to have to subtract that from the boiling point of water when I put something into it. And that's where we get go back to that first video where we looked at the guy spreading salt on the pathway up to his house, the sidewalk, thank you. And now carbon tetrachloride, you see a big change with that guy. A smaller change on ethanol's melting or boiling point. You see that it was 1.88 or something on the freezing point. Yeah, 1.99 on the freezing point. So the freezing point changed a lot compared to the freezing point when we're talking about, or the boiling point when we're talking about the ethanol. Okay? And then chloroform, another different kind of stuff. Okay? That's part 2.